Hello, everybody. I'm Simon Preston, and welcome back to Reggae Boys Commentary, your platform for everything Jamaican football related. Everybody doing okay? I certainly hope that you're doing well. So, in the previous video, what we discussed was Jamaica's record against Caribbean teams in the history of the CONCACAF Gold Cup. What we're going to do in this video in particular is touch on Jamaica's victories against Central American teams in the history of the CONCACAF Gold Cup. Before we get into the content of this video, we certainly encourage everybody to hit the like, share, and subscribe button to Reggae Boys Commentary. That certainly would be greatly appreciated, and we certainly look forward to having you engage as well. You all know as well to use the super chat feature as well, super stickers, and membership as well, so you can stay more intimately involved with this platform. All right. So Jamaica against Central American teams. Now we all know Central American teams, don't we? Remember, North American teams are the United States, Mexico, Canada. Caribbean teams are Cuba, Jamaica, Bahamas, Haiti, Dominican Republic, Puerto Rico, USVI, BVI, Turks and Caicos, Antigua, St. Kitts, Dominica, St. Lucia, St. Vincent, Grenada, Trinidad, Barbados, Aruba, Bonaire, Curacao, Anguilla. Over 30 of the 41 member associations in CONCACAF are from the Caribbean. And who is Central America? Belize, Guatemala, Honduras, El Salvador, Nicaragua, Costa Rica, Panama. That's Central America. And again, in this video, what we're going to look at is Jamaica's record against Central American teams, Jamaica's victories against Central American teams in the Gold Cup. Firstly, did you know that Jamaica played on the opening day in the first ever Gold Cup? First day of the Gold Cup? Yeah, it was Jamaica against Mexico. But Jamaica's first match against a Central American team was against Honduras in 1991. But believe it or not, Jamaica's first victory in the history of the CONCACAF Gold Cup also came against a Central American team, and it was Honduras. Yes, the Hondurans did take the lead early on in the game, but Devon Jarrett, Paul Teagat Davis, and Walter Boyd scored for the Jamaicans to ensure that would pick up our first ever victory in the history of the CONCACAF Gold Cup. This match took place at the Cotton Bowl Stadium in Dallas, Texas in 1993, and it certainly set things up nicely for Jamaica heading into the final day against Panama because we knew that a United States victory over Honduras and a draw against Panama would be enough to secure passage to the semifinals of the competition. We took on another Central American team in Panama and, of course, advanced to the semifinals of the competition and eventually third place. That's where it eventually finished third place. So the first time Jamaica picked up a medal in this competition, it came against a Central American team. And that was, of course, Costa Rica with that 1-1 draw. And it's so interesting. The goal scorer for the Costa Ricans as a player of Jamaican heritage, Floyd Bell. Well, Floyd Guthrie, you should say. Floyd Guthrie born too. And when you're born in Limon, your parents or grandparents are also born in Jamaica as well. So that just gives a little bit of context into things as well. So the next Gold Cup that we're going to look at is 1998. And in this Gold Cup, Jamaica's two victories in this tournament actually came against Central American teams. After that nil-nil draw against defending World Cup champions Brazil, Jamaica, a 3-2 win over Guatemala, goals from a brace from Paul Hall and another from Andy Williams, and another goal, another victory over El Salvador. Marcus Gale on the score sheet for Jamaica and Fitzroy Simpson. It was a blistering free kick from Fitzroy Simpson there. That was Jamaica's third victory over a Central American team in the history of the Gold Cup. Paul Hall was named in the Gold Cup Best 11 that year. Jamaica's next victory against a Central American team would come at the 2003 edition of the Gold Cup at the Orange Bowl Stadium in Miami. Nandi Lowe opened the scoring for the Jamaicans in the first half, and then Andy Williams from the penalty spot in the second half beat Estrada in between the sticks of Guatemala, a 2-0 victory for the Jamaicans. And that is how things panned out. You know what would have been interesting? If Guatemala had defeated Colombia 1-0, then it would have been Jamaica to top the group. But we progressed on because it so it's Jamaica that went to the quarterfinals of the '03, and the 2005 Gold Cups. In 2005, it was quite a story. A 4-3 victory over Guatemala, and believe it or not, it was 3-2 at halftime. Yeah, it was 3-2 at halftime. Luton Shelton, Ricardo Fuller gave Jamaica a 2-0 lead after 5 minutes in the encounter. We know El Pescadito of the Guatemalan, he was the goal scorer, Carlos Ruiz. Andy Williams before the halftime break. And of course, Jermaine Hughes scored late on and scored 2 goals in that tournament. The goal against South Africa for me was the better of the 2 goals in terms of the aesthetics of it in that tournament in particular. And then we go to 2009. And in 2009, it was the Omar Cummings. And Omar Cummings scored against El Salvador in a 1-0 victory. We'll go now to 2011 as history has made Jamaica picking up 9 points. I repeat, 9 points in the group stages. First time Jamaica winning all their matches in the group stages of a Gold Cup. Can you imagine? 9 points, 3 clean sheets in the group stages as well. A 2-0 win over Guatemala when Kimar Dada Daly came onto the field. He allowed DeMar Phillips to be a bit more expressive. And what happened was DeMar Phillips scored a brace and ended the tournament with 3 goals. We had Ryan Johnson scoring against Honduras, and that was a 1-0 victory. And that was Jamaica's 8th victory against Central American teams in the history of the CONCACAF Gold Cup. We now go to 2015, where Jamaica recorded another victory against a Central American team. This time it was in the group stages. Well, it's in the group stages, yeah, as it was a victory over El Salvador in Toronto. Yep, Gareth McCleary scoring in that game in particular. We go to 2019, and it was a special moment as Jamaica hosted a CONCACAF Gold Cup match. And in that match, Jamaica took on a Central American team. And guess what? Jamaica won the game 3-2. Brace from Devo Orgil and another goal from Damian Lowe, Jamaica's 50th goal in the history of the CONCACAF Gold Cup. In the quarterfinals, a 1-0 victory over Panama. And then we go over to 2023, Jamaica's most recent victory over a Central American team at the Gold Cup, a 1-0 victory over Guatemala. A goal from, yep, that's right, Amari Bell. 1-0 over Guatemala. And there we have it. Jamaica's 12 victories over Central American teams in the history of the CONCACAF Gold Cup. This summer, in the United States and Canada, Jamaica is going to be facing 2 teams in the group stages that are from Central America, Guatemala and also Panama. So we look forward to picking up maximum points so that we can make this one Gold Cup one to remember as we push to get to the Gold Cup final. Thank you very much, everybody, for watching this video. I greatly appreciate it. If you guys haven't already, I encourage you to hit the like, share, and subscribe button to Reggae Boys Commentary for more content. Really looking forward to seeing, hearing more from you guys as well. All right. Thank you.